Good afternoon and welcome to day number 184. My name is Mary and today's story title is The Fiery Furnace. Then the soldiers of the king's army seized Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego as they stood in their loose robes with their turbans on their heads. They tried them with ropes, dragged them to the mouth of the furnace, and threw them into the fire. The flames rushed from the open door with such fury that they killed the soldiers holding these men. The men themselves fell down into the middle of the fiery furnace. King Nebuchadnezzar stood in front of the furnace and looked into the open door. As he looked, he was filled with a wonder at what he saw. And he said to the nobles around him, "Didn't we throw 3 tied men into the fire? Why do I see 4 untied men walking in the furnace? And the fourth man looks as though he were a son of the gods." The king went nearer the door of the furnace as the fire burned lower, and he called out to the 3 men inside, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, "You who serve the Most High God, come out of the fire and come to me." They came out and stood before the king in front of all the princes, nobles, and rulers. Everyone could see they were alive. Their garments had not been scorched or their hair singed. They didn't even have the smell of fire on them. I'm going to show you now a picture. It says Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire. And here it is. Here are the 3 young men coming out of the furnace. Nebuchadnezzar said, "Blessed be the God of these men, who has sent his angel and has saved their lives. I make a law that no man in all my kingdoms shall say a word against their God, for there is no other God who can save in this manner. And if any man speaks a word against their God, the Most High God, that man shall be cut in pieces and his house torn down." After this, the king promoted these 3 young men to higher positions in the land of Babylon. And that was the end of our story today. And it was the word of the Lord. Now we come to our discussion questions. Number 1, what happened to the men who threw the Jews into the furnace? What happened to the men who threw the Jews into the furnace? Number 2, what did the king see when he looked into the furnace? What did the king see when he looked into the furnace? Number 3, what had happened to the 4 young men? What had happened to the 4 young men? Number 4, Who kept them safe? Who kept them safe? Number 5 and last. What did the king do when he saw how powerful God was? What did the king do when he saw how powerful God was? Thank you again for listening to another good story of the bedtime Bible stories. And I hope to see you soon. May God bless us all. Till then, bye for now.